This project is about fixing up the pond here. What we're going to do is put a wall all the way around the pond, just get rid of all the weeds and the plants here, and just make it look more formal, kind of like the retaining wall I've done previously. So the idea is I'll get rid of the rocks, the weeds, and I might layer the pond a little bit so I can put some plants in there, and put in a small retaining wall, probably about this high, and move the plants around it so it looks good as well. So as you can see, I've got rid of most of the weeds and the rocks around there. I did discover one problem in that section over there. The liner is below the water line, which is a problem. The water will keep going out, so I wanted to drain the water anyway, so right now I have a little pump in there and I'm just going to drain all the water out so I can fix up the edges. And the other thing with the steps that makes it nice is you can put plants on the edges there. So my plan is to put some plants along the edge there, just so it hides the liner and it looks a bit better. So to do that, what we first need to do is I'm going to put some, like a block underneath there, just to give it some stability, and then put the retaining wall blocks on top of those and step it up, and finish with the capping stone on the top. So here are my blocks that I'm going to use. These are the ones that will be underneath, so you won't actually see the colour of them or anything like that. But the idea is I'm going to put it this way, not this way, so it won't sink. There's more surface area going this way, so it won't sink as much than if I do it this side. The other thing is I'm going to put the liner up that goes over here, and now this can be a bit sharp, so I'm going to get an angle grinder and just smooth that edge off there, just so it doesn't rub and puncture the liner. Okay, so the idea here is we're going to get this first block here, and I'm trying to match it to the height of that box over there, and use the level to make sure it's both this way and that way level, because the grey block will sit on top of this. Level this way, this way over there. I'm going to put some soil in the block there as well, just to keep it nice and sturdy. So I've got most of the blocks in now. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to put some weed mat around most of the blocks here. Just for a couple of reasons. So I'm going to go from underneath and then come from the front about a third of the way up. And the reason for that is if some of the liner doesn't cover all the blocks, so rather than seeing the pink block, you'll see the black liner. Also, it'll stop any of the dirt. I'm going to put some dirt in here just to keep it stable, and I don't want the dirt to go down this side of the liner, so by me going underneath, going in the front, and then wrapping it there, and I'll stick it on there, then any dirt that I put in here won't go down the liner there. So what I've done over here is I've lifted up these blocks, put this weed mat underneath it, and I'm going to keep it tied up here and then glue this to this point here, and that allows me to put some dirt under here and it won't go through down the liner there. So what I'm doing here is I'm gluing just this top part on the line, the weed mat, putting some rocks here to keep it from moving, and then I'll leave it for overnight and continue tomorrow. And now I'm ready to put these, the real blocks on top of here. Now I'm not gluing them in right yet, I just want to get an idea of what they look like and how many I need and what position. So I'm just going to place them on here first, and then when I'm happy with it I will take them off and glue them on. If I don't glue them on, they'll just, they're prone to fall off. So I need to glue them in, I need to put dirt in here, compact it in so it's nice, these blocks are nice and secure, and then these will be secure and it'll all look good. Okay, as you can see I've done the first layer. I haven't glued it yet, but worked out how many blocks I need, and you can see I'm missing a couple of them that I need to get. So at this stage what I want to do is fill in the dirt here, put it in these gaps, compact it down, make sure this bottom layer is nice and secure. Okay, I've got all the blocks where I want them. Now I'm going to put the pins. These are keystone blocks and they need pins so they sit on. It's important you make sure you get the right pin. In this case it's the middle pin. That's the one you want to go through, so I'll just get it through there in each one. And do it all the way across. So what I've done here is I originally put the second layer of blocks all the way along just to make sure that I've got the right size and the right cut. I've taken the top layer off. You can see the pins here. The next step I'll do is I'll take these blocks off one at a time and glue them and put them back on, so that'll keep the liner nice and snug with it. And then once I've glued this layer here on, I'll put this second layer on as well. Make sure it's fairly clean. And I'll just keep doing the same thing all the way along. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is, after I glue the bottom one, I grab the block for the top and put it on. That's just to make sure that it all lines up correctly. I don't want anything misaligned. Once it's hard, the glue's hardness, it's impossible to move. So that's why I'm doing both at the same time. Just so it look good, I can move things around a little bit, the bottom layer if I need to, and it'll just work out a lot better. Okay, I've done this layer, glued that one, put this one on top. The next step is to put the capping stone on top, and for that I'm going to have to cut it and we'll glue it on top. I've cut all the pieces, and the last step is just we're going to take each one off, glue on the bottom there, put it back on, and we'll let it sit, and then we're done. So that's how we do a pond and do a pond rock wall, and hopefully you like it, and let me know what you think. Bye.